in Brent for a long time. We are a dry cleaning and laundry service. We operate a deployed service model, so pickup and delivery through 4 divisions: hospitality, insurance, commercial, and retail. Dry cleaning is probably one of the most negatively termed business tags you could ever have, right? Polluters, taken to the cleaners. No one wants to go to the dry cleaner. It's like what our grandparents did. So yeah, we embarked upon a rebrand to also then introduce some new verticals. So we're heavy on automation, which InCap has helped with, heavy on biannual investment. So Brent's always kind of guided me there and really has helped kind of structure, building purchases, CapExes, different reorganizations and stuff. And it's kind of been my fractional, in-house financial vision guy for quite a while. Well, Brent first handled some commercial real estate purchases for me and some reorganizations of debt on buildings. And I think it's actually a great story about the difference between like a US bank and an InCap, because when we were trying to add equipment or do different capital expenditures, which happen in even years for us every year or every period, US Bank was never able to handle any of our capital expenditure finance projects. And I would really just do them with my own cash. And I think almost immediately when he went to InCap, he was always in the conversation and helped us organize probably our largest capital expenditure in 2018, which was a full automation of an additional 6,000 square feet we were adding in our building. He connected us to Bank of California and handled the entire transaction, which is really, that introduction and the management of that is probably our best banking relationship still. We're really close with Bank of SoCal, and they've been great, which was really Brent's introduction and his management through that process with Maria over there. I mean, it's very simple for me as the president of the company. Others maybe have other things they enjoy or require, but I think it's really the creativity. It's not like, here's 6 attachments, fill out the attachments, we'll try and get you the approval. It's sort of reverse engineered, where we figure out what the problem is with Brent and then reverse engineer that to make sure we have the best opportunity and then financing. Yeah, and I'm passionate about working with Brent. We've become really good friends, and he is a good sounding board with that financial mind of his for a lot of things we do. I mean, that's a difficult question coming off of COVID, right? I'm sure you're hearing a bevy of things. We are, I think, similar to a lot of business owners I know right now. We're down a good portion still on the top line. We've become much more nimble. Our net operating profit is probably, I know it's better, or it will be better through 2021 than it was through 2019. I never refer to it better from the sort of, the executive office. I love the top line revenue. It's sort of the fun part of the chase. And then everyone else manages all the expenses all the way through. But I think, specifically to Brent, his team, I think Travis has been involved over the years, even that, you go through something like COVID, where I'm 100% owner of all my businesses, and really keep control that way, that having your finances in line and a good set of books, which working with Brent, he'll tell you when the thing's a mess very early on, is I think what saves companies a lot of time. Small businesses that I work with or acquire never really have a great understanding of their finances. And I think Brent has, in a way, motivated me to. We've always had a good financial background, but I think working with someone like Brent, different than a bank, has you thinking a lot more vertically instead of laterally when you're sort of creating your financial model. And I think it's helped us a ton through COVID. We've done well through different divisions and have been challenged through divisions like the hospitality division, but it's fun. We've acquired a ton of business through that period. It's just kind of waiting for things to come back online a little bit. It's interesting because I think the financial component of a business, I think everyone has a different way of saying this maybe, is so important, because if you're, as a founder or president, always trying to decode that, or it's a mess per se, you can't focus on the people or the culture part. I think COVID, we've always thought that was important, but we maintained every single one of our managers and supervisors full salary and full pay through COVID. And not knowing back then that the labor pool was going to be so challenging, it's really been the best part of what we did because everyone's still here. The talent's here, but we've been able to maintain our entire sort of talent, which, not having to worry about our finances the entire time because we were properly structured and funded and loaned or built out, has allowed us to really make sure we were okay in those areas. Well, I don't think everyone was really clear through COVID about what was going to happen, but having a clear picture of your finances, I think helped us make those decisions confidently instead of firing from the hip.